Okay. Okay. Hello, good afternoon, good morning, or whatever time it is in your part of the world. Welcome everyone to the award ceremony of the Contest Against Corona, a digital Pan-African knowledge tournament powered by Atingi, which is GIZ's e-learning platform. I'm quite happy to be with you here today, and I welcome all of you to this award ceremony. My name is Onike Shronke-Sawyer. I'm your moderator for today. I take over the English part. Some of you might remember me from the opening ceremony on November 23rd. And I am still based in Addis Ababa, so sunny greetings from Ethiopia, and work in GIZ's African Union office, which is also based here in Addis Ababa. I would now like to briefly hand over to my amazing co-moderator, Aïssatou Touré, who will take over the French translation in our session today. And then we'll start the program. So Aïssa, over to you.
Thank you, Annika, for this great introduction. Bienvenue à toutes et à toutes. Je m'appelle Aïssatou Touré et je vous invite tous à cette cérémonie de remise de prix du concours contre Corona, le tournoi panafricain du savoir numérique. Donc, ce tournoi est propulsé par la plateforme Atingi, qui est une plateforme d'apprentissage en ligne de la GIZ. Et nous sommes très heureuses aujourd'hui de vous accueillir. Comme Onike l'a mentionné, nous travaillons toutes les deux ensemble au bureau de la GIZ à Addis Abeba et nous sommes très heureuses aujourd'hui de pouvoir faire cette co-modération. Donc je suppose que la plupart d'entre vous se rappellent de nous deux. Nous avions fait la modération pour le lancement de la plateforme. Mais malgré ça, je tiens quand même à vous assurer que tous nos invités francophones puissent comprendre et participer également à cette incroyable journée que nous avons aujourd'hui. Donc, avant toute chose, je vais céder la parole à Onike. Onike, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Aïssa. And yeah, as I just said, so at the end of November, nearly 3 weeks ago, we had a very amazing kickoff event with experts from different African countries and beyond who shared with us insights from the corona pandemic and how their respective countries are dealing with it. We also learned about a specific case, Lebanon, to be precise, and how people there actually cope with this pandemic, whilst they also live in a country which is struck by civil war. So moreover, we heard from team members from Atingi that are also here with us today, and yeah, that we also should later on give a big round of applause. Atingi, basically the platform and the team who planned this knowledge tournament with the support of some other experts and actors, and also spoke to a number of different partners, including the partners from the institution Health Focus, who is behind designing the quiz questions for this game. And looking back, we're quite amazed, I have to say, we're positively surprised by the attention that this contest against Corona has generated and received. We'll later on share a bit of insights with regard to the numbers of participants in the game and viewers, and yeah, also the competitive spirit that all of you have displayed during this game and the great achievements you have shown. For those of you who might have just tuned in for the first time, just a quick wrap up. So basically the contest against Corona is a quiz game or knowledge tournament that is available in 3 languages, English, Arabic, and French. Unfortunately, we won't be able to also have an Arabic translation for you today. Nevertheless, yeah, we have our amazing French moderation here. And this whole game is brought to you by Atingi, the e-learning platform of the German development institution, GIZ. And between 23rd of November and today, December 11th, there were tens of thousands of people from many different countries in Africa that participated in the quiz, that answered multiple choice questions and competed against each other. Yet at the same time, they also learned and studied, especially as part of the so-called learning tips that were offered at the end of each round. And the contest featured 4 main topics. So one of them was a general reflection on the context of COVID-19, then the health approach and COVID-19, then basically also how we are all now have gotten used to COVID-19 and are living a new normal. And last but not least, a very important topic in this day and time, misinformation and fake news, also related, of course, to the pandemic. So, Aïssa, please.
Merci, Onike. Donc, comme ma collègue l'a mentionné tout à l'heure. Et après de 3 semaines, nous avons organisé un événement assez grandiose pour le lancement de cette plateforme avec des experts venus de toute l'Afrique qui sont venus nous parler un peu plus de la pandémie en Afrique et sur la manière de faire face à une pandémie tout en vivant, par exemple, dans un pays qui a été frappé par une guerre civile. Donc ça, c'était grâce à un de nos intervenants. Nous avons aussi appris avec les membres de l'équipe d'Atingi qui ont planifié ce tournoi et nos partenaires de Health Focus qui ont conçu les questions. Donc avec le recul, nous sommes également agréablement surprises par l'attention que le concours contre le corona a suscité. Il y a eu un esprit de compétition assez féroce pour nos joueurs et nos joueuses, et ainsi que leur grande réalisation. On a eu beaucoup de prix et beaucoup de gagnants et de gagnantes, donc nous sommes très heureuses par rapport à ça. Pour ceux et celles d'entre vous qui viennent de nous rejoindre, on va rapidement faire une petite mise en contexte du jeu. Donc, le concours était centré sur un quiz qui était disponible en 3 langues, en anglais, arabe, français, et qui a été proposé par Atingi, la plateforme d'apprentissage en ligne de la GIZ. Le concours a commencé le 23 novembre et depuis ce jour-là, des dizaines de milliers de personnes de nombreux pays africains ont participé en répondant à des questions à choix multiples, en se confrontant les uns aux autres, des fois en équipe, des fois en individuel, et en étudiant les conseils d'apprentissage à la fin de chaque tour, tout en collectant un maximum de points possibles. Donc les thèmes abordés étaient assez variés. Nous avions 4 thèmes. Le premier était contexte de Covid. Le second, l'approche unique de la santé et Covid-19. Le troisième thème était vivre avec le Covid-19 et la nouvelle normalité. Et enfin, le dernier thème était la désinformation et les fausses nouvelles. Over to you, Onike.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I just got muted. So again, thanks, Isa, for this beautiful translation. And I'm just wondering, should we have a look at the numbers now? Because they're actually really exciting. And quite amazingly, since we spoke to the Atingi team a few days ago, they've even gone up drastically. And since the beginning of the contest, November 23rd, so that's like roughly 3 weeks, we had over 100,000 players joining the contest against Corona. That is really amazing. And all of those players combined answered in total almost 1 million quiz questions. So you can only imagine how much time and effort some of the teams and individual players have put into this. Yeah, we have a first evaluation results of the learning outcomes, and they show also that basically the speed of answering the quiz questions has gone up throughout the contest. So I think people learned how to use the tool and got a bit more accustomed, maybe also a bit more competitive. That's quite amazing. We can also see that the response time has halved since the contest began. So it's not just faster answers, it's actually half of the time that people take. So yeah, basically you've just gotten faster and all improved throughout the game. We also, next to individual players, we had quite a few larger teams that competed against each other. In total, those were 38 teams from different organizations and from 11 different African countries. So this is truly Pan-African and actually really what the Atingi team has aimed for. Yeah, I'm sure you also wonder about the prizes. We'll just give some information away for now, just to let you know that already during the game, prizes were awarded at different stages. For example, there were 10 players who collected the most gaming points in the first week and therefore were awarded a prize. And again, the test band players of week 2. So that's something that I didn't say in the beginning. Within the context, there were different challenges, daily challenges, weekly challenges. And yeah, some prizes were basically already assigned during the week. And the highest weekly score that was reached was an incredible 1,733,993 points. So that's really amazing and congratulations. We'll get to the awarding part later. So let's build up the excitement a bit more. And also we would like to congratulate in total 9 winners of the 3 different challenge days. So now, Isa, over to you, and then we'll invite some of our first speakers to also come on board.
Parfait. Donc maintenant, je vais rapidement passer en revue les quelques chiffres que nous avons eus par rapport au lancement de cette plateforme. Donc, comme nous le savez, depuis le début du concours qui a commencé le 23 novembre, nous avons eu plus de 100 000 joueurs et joueuses qui ont participé au concours contre Corona. Donc, en quelques jours, c'est quand même pas mal. Nous avons également réuni des joueurs qui ont répondu à un total de près de 1 million de questions pour le quiz. Une première évaluation a également été effectuée avec des résultats de l'apprentissage qui montrent un taux de réussite global en constante augmentation dans les réponses aux questions du quiz. On constate également que le temps de réponse a diminué de moitié depuis le début du concours, ce qui signifie en fait que les joueurs et les joueuses prennent 2 fois moins de temps pour fournir une réponse. Donc ça prouve qu'il y a vraiment cette question d'apprentissage, qui était un élément assez important. Il y a également eu des équipes de compétition les unes contre les autres, avec au total 38 équipes de différentes organisations dans 11 pays africains différents qui se sont inscrits. Et enfin, pour finir, nous avons finalement réussi à attribuer des prix à différents stades du concours. Par exemple, nous avons attribué des prix aux 10 joueurs qui avaient accumulé le plus de points au cours de la première semaine. Ensuite, 10 meilleurs joueurs de la deuxième semaine. Et le score hebdomadaire le plus élevé qui a été atteint durant le jeu a été de 1 733 993 points. Donc franchement, un très beau score. Donc félicitations et bravo à vous. Et enfin, nous aurons également félicité les 9 gagnants de nos 3 journées de défis. Voilà. So now I will give the floor over to Onike. I think you will present our next guest, right?
Yes, thank you, Aissa. And I just had to smile a bit because there was a really long number. So yeah, after hearing these really exciting numbers, we would now like to invite to the floor our first guest of today, Jan Gerrit Gröneveld, who is heading the atingi team at GIZ. He would like to extend his welcome to all of our players out there, as well as our partners. And thank you, Jan, for being here with us today, and over to you.
Thank you, Aissa, dear Onike. Thank you for kicking off this event. And wow, those are great numbers, way beyond what we expected, even more than what I was seeing earlier this week. Can't believe 100,000 players, over 1 million answered questions, truly amazing. Dear esteemed partners who have supported us for all the process, but most importantly, dear amazing players. I am absolutely thrilled to welcome you all to our award ceremony, and I would really like to thank you for attending this event. We, which is the atingi team, we are blown away by this overwhelming reception of the challenge and by the huge numbers of players, or should I say, learners, truly. But before I continue, please let me introduce myself. My name is Jan Gerrit Gröneveld. I am very, very proud to lead the awesome team that not only runs the Pan-African learning platform atingi, which, by the way, is free to all of you to use, to learn, but also that puts together fun events and fun ways to learn, just like this Corona contest. Aissa, are you going to translate? Or shall I continue?
Yes. Go ahead. I'll translate everything at the end. Thank you.
All right. The goal of the contest against Corona is, like you heard, really to support you, the gamers, and our partners to build up those critical skills, the knowledge that really will help you to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. In particular, our goal was for the participants to prove their ability to find, to understand, and to apply health-related information. You know, critical thinking and educated discourse are a core importance in times where sources and intentions of those sources are not always clear at a first glance. We, as we already alluded to, consider this contest a huge success. Firstly, because, as we already mentioned, the number of active participants across the African continent, 11 countries, as we heard from Nika, has surpassed our expectations by far. But it's not just the number of active participants, and here we come to the second point, why we call this a huge success. It is also the level of engagement by individual players and teams that exceeded our imaginations. So not only 1 million answered questions, but also points in the millions. The last I heard was, I think, 3 million. I'm pretty sure that that is grown up already again. So undoubtedly, this level of engagement requires a lot of gaming activity. And this is really significant and impressive because the high level of engagement means that you players, you really have been building up knowledge, and with that really have helped us reaching the main purpose of this initiative. Therefore, one key takeaway, and that is really relevant for us in GIZ, is that we have proven that the concept of gamified digital knowledge tournament totally works to help transmitting these critical skills. The reach and impact of this fun and engaging way of learning is immense, as the numbers say. But all talk of concepts and principles and success aside, any tournament would be nothing without great players. So that is why we are thrilled to have witnessed such a huge community coming together on our platform to play and learn together for a safe future. Therefore, a warm thank you to all of you players and a big applause to all of you. Lastly, another thank you, of course, goes out to all of our partners who have helped us tremendously to make this event possible. I want to name in particular one of our partners, GoPa, who has sponsored 2 super exciting prizes for the overall best performing teams of the contest. It is my pleasure now to hand back the mic to the moderator, to Onike, for an introduction of GoPa. I wish you all a lot of fun during this ceremony. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jan, for this input and for summarizing again some of the main points for our discussion today. Isa, I hand over to you now and hope you caught everything.
Ouais, merci beaucoup, Onike. Thank you very much. Donc, je vais m'occuper là de la traduction en français. Donc, Monsieur Jan Gerrit Groeneveld, j'espère que je ne détruis pas son nom, dirige l'équipe Atingi de la GIZ. Et il nous a fait un petit discours, en fait, pour nous expliquer, pour remercier un peu les partenaires. Donc, c'est une équipe formidable qui a travaillé sur ce projet tout au long de ces dernières semaines. Et ce concours a été géré sur la plateforme d'apprentissage panafricaine Atingi, comme on l'a mentionné, qui est une plateforme de la GIZ qu'on peut utiliser gratuitement et qui rassemble également des moyens amusants pour apprendre, comme ce concours contre Corona. L'objectif du concours contre Corona était vraiment d'aider les joueurs et les joueuses, ainsi que les partenaires, à acquérir des compétences et aussi des connaissances essentielles pour faire face à la pandémie du Covid-19. L'objectif premier était de permettre aux participants d'améliorer leur capacité à trouver, à comprendre et à appliquer les informations relatives à la santé, et également à développer cet aspect critique, ce sens de la pensée critique et du discours éclairé, qui était un élément assez important de ce concours. Le concours était également un énorme succès, avec un nombre de participants très actifs à travers le continent africain qui a largement dépassé les attentes. Donc un grand merci déjà aux joueurs et aux joueuses. Mais ce n'est pas tout, c'est aussi le niveau d'engagement des joueurs individuels et des équipes qui a dépassé l'imagination avec des millions de points qui ont été acquis, ce qui nécessite une activité sans doute qui a dû se faire 2 jours et 2 nuits. Ce qui est aussi impressionnant, c'est le haut niveau d'engagement, qui signifie que beaucoup de connaissances ont été accumulées, ce qui a été en fait l'objectif principal. Et c'est pourquoi les partenaires ainsi que l'équipe d'Atingi souhaitent rajouter un point essentiel à retenir, qui est que il a été prouvé en fait grâce à ce concours que le concept de tournoi de connaissances numériques par le jeu fonctionne. Donc la portée et l'impact de ce tournoi a été fait de manière amusante et engageante, et ça a permis d'apprendre, ça a permis aux apprenants et aux apprenantes d'apprendre des connaissances. Donc si on met de côté les concepts, dans chaque tournoi, il y a également des grands joueurs. Donc nous sommes ravis de pouvoir rassembler cette communauté ensemble sur cette plateforme, et nous voulons également remercier tous les joueurs et toutes les joueuses que nous applaudissons un grand bravo pour votre accomplissement, et nous remercions également aussi les partenaires qui ont aidé à rendre cet événement possible, notamment GoPa, qui est un partenaire qui a parrainé 2 prix très intéressants qu'on va découvrir tout à l'heure. Et je vais redonner là le micro à Onike qui va présenter nos prochains invités. Over to you, Onike. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isa, and thanks again also to Jan for sharing with us insights from the Atingi team. So as he already mentioned, without the partners, the contest against Corona could not have been as successful, and therefore we were very happy to welcome today and have with us 4 guests from the partner, GoPa Worldwide Consultants, and GoPa has been sponsoring or is sponsoring 2 of the grand team prizes that will be introduced in a bit. And now I would like all of us to say a friendly hello to Bertold Avervik, the Managing Director of GoPa Consultants and the presenter for today. With him, Eva Rauter, the Director of the Education and Employment Promotion Team, the team where both prizes will be hosted. We'll also learn a bit more about this. Cecilia Desprez, project manager in the EEP team, the Education, Employment and Promotion team, and the facilitator for the entrepreneurship training. And Thomas Pieper, who is a senior project manager also in the EEP team and the project director from GOPA supporting the atingi implementation in the 4 pilot countries. So before we hand over to the guests, Aïssa, please, I would like you to translate.
Merci Annick. Donc effectivement, comme Yann l'a déjà présenté, nous allons en fait, ce concours n'a pas pu avoir lieu sans les partenaires qui ont joué un rôle très important. Donc, nous sommes très heureuses, Annick et moi, de pouvoir accueillir aujourd'hui 4 de nos partenaires de GOPA Worldwide Consultants qui parrainent 2 des grands prix de notre équipe. Donc nous allons saluer Berthold Averweg, directeur général de GOPA Consultants et qui va également se présenter. Notre deuxième intervenant est Eva Raut, directrice de l'équipe de promotion de l'éducation et de l'emploi. C'est une équipe où 2 prix seront décernés. Et enfin, Cécilia Delpret, qui est chef de projet au sein de l'équipe de promotion de l'éducation et de l'emploi et qui sera facilitateur pour la formation d'entrepreneuriat, qui est aussi un prix qui sera décerné aux joueurs. Et enfin, notre dernier intervenant est M. Thomas Piper, chef de projet senior dans l'équipe de promotion d'éducation et de l'emploi, qui est le directeur du côté projet de GOPA et qui soutient la mise en œuvre de l'atingi dans les 4 pays pilotes. Over to you, Onika.
Thanks, Aïssa. Yeah, and now I would like to also already invite Mr. Averweg to switch on his camera. So we have learned that you are giving us the honor today to present GOPA and also tell our viewers and guests a little bit more about the prizes that are expecting them and that are sponsored by you. And when you're ready, I would also like you to start with the presentation. I'm sure the slides will come up in a few seconds. And just before you start, allow Aïssa to briefly translate. Thanks. Aïssa, your mic is still muted.
Oh, sorry. So sorry. So I was just saying, Mr. Averweg nous a fait l'honneur d'être présent. Il va nous présenter aujourd'hui la société GOPA et nous en dire un peu plus sur les prix que GOPA a parrainés. Donc, lorsque vous serez prêt, on va vous inviter à commencer votre présentation qui sera suivie d'une présentation avec des PowerPoints. Over to you, Mr. Averweg. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be part of today's ceremony, but as well that our company is partner in this very important initiative you have taken. Yes, I have 4 slides, maybe 5 slides of a short presentation, but in starting with that, I really appreciate among the initiative, I appreciate that we have such a close collaboration with GIZ at the same time having a privately owned company involved in it. And looking on the initiative in this region, in Africa, private investment, private partnership, private initiatives are, we believe, of highest importance. So thank you very much to all colleagues, whether on GIZ, whether all the participants who have taken part in this initiative. We want to be part of it as well. If you just move on the second page, I give you a brief introduction of what our company does. I don't know who, yeah, great, it works. So we as a privately owned company, GOPA Consultants, we are working with 170 people here in Germany, supporting projects worldwide, but in sectors like, as mentioned earlier, where this atingi project is based in, this education and employment promotion project. Yes, we want to empower people with skills in order to make a good life with skills, with competences, etc. This goes very close to a good governance and economic development initiatives, projects we are running in this area, whether financed from EU, but as of course GIZ, KfW as well. And even more important is, or similar important, I would say, is rural development and environment is really high on our agenda. And nothing goes without figures. So we have our own statistics department working for Eurostat, working in Burkina Faso, in many countries worldwide. And nothing goes without monitoring, evaluation, and of course learning. So there's another department we just created out of a merger of some other initiatives within GOPA. And at the end, and this is of course very closely linked, providing health and social solutions. Therefore, we have our health and social development department. This construction, I put it this way, or the structure of a company, GOPA Worldwide Consultants, all departments are linked to each other, clear leadership, clearly towards the client, which is GIZ, as I said, European Commission, a lot of development banks, etc. But at the end, to the people worldwide. And if you look on the next slide, there you can see that our main focus is in Africa. So I'm proud that this initiative took place in Africa, but we do have other projects, whether it's in Latin America, Middle East, North Africa, even in Asia, quite high. But we see clearly a trend towards Africa, and therefore we are more than delighted to be part of this initiative, and I'm more than happy to contribute from GOPA to these initiatives. If you just go on to the next slide, please. Yes. If I just looked on this one once again before we started today. And if you really look, I mean, this is important in Africa, but we all know this is a worldwide pandemic. It's really crossing and it's really going into us. I mean, if you look here in Germany, how many infections we have. If you look in Europe, how many infections and dead people we have. I hope that this is not only now for Africa, that we all can learn from what has been done so far in this initiative, how we can increase the knowledge, how we can make awareness, not only Africa, but fighting against fake news, which are distorting our decision-making, and combining together and applying the game principle maybe in a much wider perspective. It's so important for us that we decided immediately that we should support this as a partner to the atingi initiative, to GIZ, and I'm more than happy to provide awards and support this initiative. And if you look on the next page, I'm more than happy that we can provide a fully sponsored 3-month traineeship in Germany. Details we can work out, but we are committed to it. And the second one, the entrepreneurship training, is of highest importance. If you look and go back on my first slide, how much it is linked, health, private sector development, good governance, education and employment, and entrepreneurship is, I think it's a real prize with value. That's it from my side. I don't, there are a lot of other words maybe can be used, but thank you very much that we are partner in this one. I think GIZ very much that is allowed that we have this GIZ private sector partnership in it. But at the end, I have to thank my colleagues, Eva, Thomas, and Cecile as well, for being at least inside here, but as I think as well on the atingi platform, being the promoters of it. And I wish you a good session today, further lot of success, and of course, good health for the future. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Here it's Cecilia Del Prete, the proud trainer for one of our prizes, and I will just take the opportunity to say hello to everybody and to quickly translate in French Mr. Averweg's intervention so that also all our participants can understand. Donc, bon après-midi à tout le monde. Je suis Cecilia Delprete. Je serai la formatrice, la facilitatrice dans la formation en entrepreneuriat. C'est un des 2 prix offerts par GOPA. Je voudrais juste faire une petite traduction de l'intervention de M. Averweg. GOPA est un cabinet de conseil, comme vous savez, et nous sommes partenaires de la GIZ dans la mise en œuvre du projet Atingi. Et comme M. Averweg a dit, nous sommes vraiment très fiers de la coopération que nous avons avec la GIZ parce que nous croyons vraiment dans l'importance d'un partenariat public-privé, surtout dans ces situations comme dans une pandémie. Et c'est vraiment un honneur pour nous de participer à cette cérémonie aujourd'hui, mais en général d'être partenaire dans cette initiative. Juste pour présenter un petit peu GOPA pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas notre cabinet. GOPA est donc un cabinet de conseil allemand qui emploie 170 personnes en Allemagne dans différents départements qui couvrent plusieurs domaines, qui vont par exemple de l'éducation et la promotion de l'emploi, où je travaille aussi comme gestionnaire de projet, mais aussi la santé, le développement économique, le développement rural, les statistiques, le suivi évaluation, et ainsi de suite. Nous mettons en œuvre des projets un peu partout dans le monde, mais l'Afrique est le continent le plus important pour GOPA. Nous mettons en œuvre en ce moment 99 projets en Afrique, y inclut le projet Atingi avec la GIZ. Et donc, c'est pour ça que quand la GIZ nous a parlé de cette initiative, nous avons dit immédiatement que oui, que nous voulons vraiment être sponsors aussi de cette initiative, de cette compétition, pour 3 raisons. Parce que c'est clair que partout dans le monde, il y a il y a un peu un manque d'informations parfois sur le Covid et sur les manières pour prévenir les infections. Il y a beaucoup de fausses nouvelles et nous croyons vraiment dans l'importance d'une approche ludique de la gamification, disons, pour transmettre des connaissances. Donc, c'est pour ça que nous offrons comme GOPA 2 prix. Un prix et un stage de 3 mois au siège de GOPA en Allemagne. Ce sera avec toutes dépenses couvertes. Et le deuxième prix, c'est effectivement une formation en entrepreneuriat en ligne. Et je serai donc la facilitatrice. Donc, merci beaucoup. Et je repasse la parole à Onike.
Oui, merci, Cecilia. And yeah, thanks so much to also Mr. Averweg again and for the amazing description and insights as to the prizes that can be won, and also to your work at GOPA Consultants. I think that's also really interesting for our viewers. And now that we've heard a little bit from the organizing team and from some of the partners that are behind this contest, we also would like to give the floor and opportunity to speak to our players. So we have invited 2 representatives from different teams that participated in the contest, and both of them will now briefly speak about their experience with COVID-19 as well as their experience in taking part in this contest. So our first guest is Yusuf Abdurrahmane Koulibaly. Yusuf is a youth leader and student of development studies from Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan, and he has entered the contest together with his team called the Team BS, and has been amazingly successful, and they won the Best Team of Week 1 award, and he will tell you a bit more about himself and his team in a second. So welcome, Yusuf, and thanks for being here today. I think, Yusuf, you can already turn on your camera, but maybe wait with your microphone because we'll still have another introduction, and then Isa will translate. Thank you, but welcome and great to have you here. And next on board is Beatrice Njoroge, who is also with us here today from Kenya. She's a team member of the team Hakuna Matata and is joining us today from Nairobi, so my direct neighbor. She's a site administrator or manager at the TSDI APEC EDON Consortium. That's a consultancy firm for Standard Gauge Railway project. And it's also the biggest government project in the Kenyan history. So happy to also have you here with us today, Beatrice. I invite you to already turn on your camera so our guests can see you, and would now like to hand over to Isa for translation.
Merci Onique. Donc un grand merci à nos deux intervenants, donc à Yann et à Cécilia pour ces informations sur le repas. Maintenant, nous allons passer la parole aux joueuses et aux joueurs, donc ça va être très excitant. Nous aimerons inviter deux représentants des équipes participantes qui vous parleront de leur expérience avec Covid-19 ainsi que de leur participation durant le concours. Notre premier invité est Monsieur Issouf Abdraham Koulibaly, animateur de jeunesse et étudiant en études du développement en Côte d'Ivoire à Abidjan, donc pas très loin de chez moi en Afrique de l'Ouest. Il s'est inscrit au concours avec son équipe, la team BS, qui a remporté le prix de la meilleure équipe de la première semaine, et il vous en dira un peu plus sur lui-même ainsi que sur son équipe dans une seconde. Mais alors, donc déjà, bienvenue Monsieur Issouf, et merci d'être venu aujourd'hui. Nous allons également présenter Madame Béatrice Dioro-Gay, désolée pour la présentation, pour le prénom, qui est une représentante de l'équipe Hakuna Matata. Béatrice nous rejoint depuis Nairobi, Kenya, et elle est administrative et gestionnaire d'un site de consortium TSDI APEC Edon, une société de conseil pour le projet de chemin de fer à écartement standard, qui est également le plus grand projet gouvernemental de l'histoire du Kenya. Donc, heureuse également de vous avoir ici avec nous aujourd'hui, Béatrice. Over to you, Yusuf. I think you can start with your introduction. Thank you very much.
Hello, thank you, Aisa, for the presentation. So, as Onika said, my name is Yusuf Abdraham Koulibaly. I'm from Côte d'Ivoire. I'm a student in development studies in Abidjan here at UIA, in my university. I'm a young leader. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Youssouf. Donc, comme Youssouf l'a mentionné, c'est une personne qui vient de Côte d'Ivoire, étudiant en études du développement à l'Institut universitaire d'Abidjan et qui est également un jeune leader. I think, Onika, you have a question for Youssouf.
Yeah, I have a question, but now when I look at my question, I feel like, Yusuf, you've left out a little part about you that our viewers should know. And actually, that is that you already participated in the Atingi Games of October in 2019, which was a similar challenge or contest focusing on health issues. And if I see correctly, you also won that. So it would be interesting for us to see how did you succeed again? And I mean, how do you manage to win again the prize for a week of one? And did you have a group strategy with your team? Maybe you can share some insights with us so that people then have a chance of similar success in the future.
Okay, exactly. Thank you. So last year, in October 2019, I participated to the edition here in Côte d'Ivoire with AMAS, with my team, and we were finalists. We played the final at the Hotel Ivoire in Abidjan here. So this year, I received a message from Leopold Rave that the game was starting again. So if I was interested to play, I should create a group. So I was so happy to create the group of my friends here. So we have a strategy, in fact. So which is we call the team play, okay? Because I created a WhatsApp group where I was sharing information with the team members, and I was always motivating them to play. Because when we started the game, we were at 25th place. So I motivated them to play all the day. So we spent like the first year without sleeping, playing all the night and all the day. So that was our strategy. So the team play. We got a team spirit that helped us to win again this first week prize.
Wow, thank you so much, Yusuf. And then, thanks for sharing. This is an amazing strategy, and I can only imagine that you're a very good motivator. Good luck now for the grand finale later on. I think we'll see you again. And Aisa, I hand over to you.
Merci beaucoup, Onika. Donc, effectivement, Youssouf a été finaliste en Côte d'Ivoire déjà en 2019 lors des Atingi Games. Et donc, la question qui lui a été posée, c'est comment est-ce qu'il a fait pour réussir encore une fois à remporter le prix cette semaine et quelle a été la stratégie du groupe. Donc, face à ces questions, Youssouf nous a donné une réponse très intéressante. Donc, notamment, quelque chose que je retiens assez bien, c'est l'esprit de groupe, et c'est très présent, mais aussi l'expérience avec les collègues qui a été aussi très utile. Donc, désolée, j'ai un peu perdu la connexion tout à l'heure, mais donc ils avaient une stratégie qui était en fait un jeu d'équipe et compte tenu de la situation sanitaire, ils voulaient vraiment que l'image soit associée à la lutte contre le corona et inspire de nouvelles générations. Donc ils ont créé un groupe WhatsApp et ils partageaient des informations où ils motivaient tout le temps l'équipe à jouer et à accumuler un maximum de points. Et donc je pense que ça a été l'essentiel de la stratégie d'équipe de Youssouf. Donc merci beaucoup pour le partage et une bonne chance pour la grande finale qui suivra. À tout à l'heure. Over to you, Onika.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isa. And I am just looking for Beatrice, who I would now like to also come on board and share a bit of her story and her gaming experience. Beatrice, can you hear us? And do you want to switch on your camera? Yeah. If you want to switch on your camera, that would be amazing. I'm quite sure people would be happy to see you. And yeah, so basically we know that you're from Nairobi, from Kenya, and you work as a site administrator. So how have you personally experienced these last few months and the COVID-19 pandemic?
Okay, thank you so much, Anika. My experience with COVID-19 has been very emotional and hard. When the COVID-19 started in Kenya, when COVID-19 started, my colleagues and I had stigma because we've been working with Chinese, and then there was that thing of COVID-19 came from China. So there was that thing of Chinese will bring COVID to Kenya, and everyone who was working with Chinese, of course, they were stigmatized at home, and even friends, there was that stigma. And then on the other hand, we have the Chinese. They were also stigmatized, my colleagues, because my colleagues who are Kenyans, they would feel that Chinese, they have brought COVID in Kenya. So there was that thing of stigma. And then I also have colleagues who have been working throughout. They never had, even during the lockdown, they never had a break. And so with that, I feel that we had to make them, feel comfortable on site, provide them with masks, provide them with sanitizers, and of course, make sure that they are all comfortable. And another thing, and another experience that I had is during my experience with COVID-19 test. It was quite uncomfortable, and at the same time, I've had some friends who had COVID, who have been affected by COVID, and I have a family member who is a high risk, and basically the whole COVID thing has been quite an experience. And so with that, what I did personally, when I heard of atingi, I heard of corona contest for COVID-19, contest for corona, I started inviting friends. I shared about atingi courses, short courses, and I shared about contest against corona on social media, and I invited everyone to come and participate. So it's been an experience. Yeah, thank you, Anika.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. That's really amazing insights and shows different sides and faces of Corona and the impact that it has. But also I would like to applaud you for your motivation to, do something against it and also share that with your friends. And now, Isa, I would like to hand over to you.
Thank you, Annika. Donc, effectivement, notre collègue Béatrice, qui se situe actuellement en Nairobi, au Kenya, nous a partagé son expérience personnelle et professionnelle avec le Covid. Donc, Béatrice travaille comme administratrice de site et la manière dont elle a vécu le Covid était une expérience assez enrichissante que je vais vous partager. Donc, la première chose est que c'était une expérience assez émotionnelle et difficile parce que Béatrice travaille dans une compagnie, avec une compagnie chinoise sur un commun. Donc, il y a énormément de collègues chinois. Et au début de la pandémie, malheureusement, ils étaient stigmatisés par les populations locales. Et en tant qu'administratif, elle devait également s'assurer que son équipe était en sécurité. Donc, c'était un travail qui était très éprouvant physiquement, mais aussi mentalement pour elle et pour ses collègues. Une autre expérience qu'elle a vécue, qui était une expérience un peu plus professionnelle et personnelle, est liée au fait qu'elle a un membre de sa famille qui est une personne à haut risque et ça l'a vraiment motivée en fait à sensibiliser les gens au virus corona. Donc, elle a réussi à partager en fait cette information qu'elle avait avec sa famille et ses amis pour vraiment sensibiliser sur son lieu de travail, mais également à la maison, sur son entourage, sur la pandémie Covid et sur ses effets. So thank you so much, Beatrice. I think it was a very insightful input. I will give over to Onike. I think we will talk about playing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Isa. Although I think you can keep your mic on, because at least from my side, I only have now one question to Beatrice, and that is about her gaming experience. So I don't know if you first want to translate the question, and then we'll just hand over to Beatrice. But just basically, Beatrice, tell us a bit more about how you played, how did you experience that, and yeah, thank you.
Exactement. Donc Béatrice maintenant va nous parler de sa motivation pour jouer et nous donner quelques informations à ce sujet. Over to you, Béatrice.
Thank you. My experience for gaming has been quite interesting. It's been fun, very educative, and the experience was just awesome. The only thing I felt, maybe in future, when you are planning for such thing, maybe you can add things to do with maybe female genital mutilation. Maybe you can add about drug abuse, forced marriages, and teenage pregnancy, because these are effects for corona. Because after now everything is over, I know we've been having a lot of free time, and there has been so many teenage pregnancies. So with this, maybe you can include in your gaming so that we can have a collective responsibility, and then of course we target the young people, and of course it's all about learning. So, Anika, over to you.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. And I'm quite sure that the atingi team has listened carefully for your advice for other topics to cover in the future. And all of them are highly relevant. So, Isa, maybe do you briefly want to translate, and then we'll move on in the program?
Sure, thank you very much. Donc, Béatrice nous a partagé son expérience de jeu, qui était une expérience d'apprentissage, etc. Il y a une chose par rapport au jeu qu'elle voudrait rajouter, c'est notamment peut-être inclure des questions relatives aux mutilations génitales, notamment l'abus, enfin pas uniquement ça, mais également l'abus de drogue, les grossesses. Il y a eu également beaucoup de grossesses d'adolescentes durant le Covid-19. Donc c'est aussi un sujet qui pourrait être peut-être prochainement abordé, mais aussi les mariages forcés. Parce qu'il y a eu beaucoup de cas qui ont été signalés pendant cette période de corona, et c'est un point qui n'a pas nécessairement été souligné dans le jeu. Thank you very much. Over to you, Monica.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isa. And I don't know how you feel, but I think it's not just us, but also our viewers that are now quite excited to hear about the final winners or the overall winners of the contest. But just before we move on to announcing this, I would like to take the opportunity to announce that there is actually a surprise, and that we have additional prizes for every individual winner of this contest. So one of the partners of the game, Yoma, will provide 1,000 ZLTOs to every winner of the contest. So this includes also our weekly and challenge day winners. And just to fill you in, ZLTO is a digital youth currency, which is used in the Yoma ecosystem, a digital marketplace for youth across the world. And now you can also see that on the screen. For those of you who might want to read a little bit, if I also speak too fast. And Yoma, so this digital marketplace, enables young people to build their future by actively engaging in social impact tasks and learning. And with this, earning different opportunities. You can spend those ZLTOs or this currency that you're receiving in the Yoma marketplace. You can use it on data, you can use it on airtime and more. And you can access the page by registering with the Yoma app. on your phone. So all you need to do is present your winner certificate. And if you are among the winners, now listen closely, that's very important, you will receive more detailed information via email. So please make sure that you all check your mailboxes over the next few days and weeks, and that you also check for a message from Atingi and Yoma. So, but yeah, now let's bring up the awards. And Aïssa, over to you.
Merci, Annika. Donc, effectivement, on imagine maintenant que les téléspectateurs doivent être assez pressés de pouvoir découvrir qui sont les grands gagnants et les grandes gagnantes de ce concours, tout comme nous d'ailleurs. Mais avant ça, on voudrait profiter pour annoncer que nous avons un prix supplémentaire pour chaque gagnant individuel de ce concours. Ceci a été fait grâce à notre partenaire Yoma, qui fournira plus de 1000 ZLTO à chaque gagnant du concours, ce qui comprend également les gagnants de la semaine et du jour du défi. Alors, ZLTO, c'est une monnaie numérique pour les jeunes qui est utilisée dans l'écosystème de Yoma, un marché numérique pour les jeunes du monde entier. Yoma vous permet aux jeunes de construire leur avenir en s'engageant activement dans des tâches à impact social et des opportunités d'apprentissage et de rémunération. Vous pouvez dépenser les ZLTO sur le marché de Yoma, donc sur les données, le temps d'antenne et plus encore. Et vous pouvez accéder en vous inscrivant à l'application Yoma. Donc, c'est très facile d'accès. Il suffit de présenter un certificat du gagnant. Et si vous faites partie des gagnants, vous recevrez des informations plus détaillées par courrier électronique. Et maintenant, nous allons passer au prix. Over to you, Annika.
Okay, thank you, Aïssa. And the excitement is building. So now we will begin with the best, also with the category Best Overall Individual Players. And in this category, we will award prizes to the 50 people who have collected the most gaming points throughout the whole gaming period, meaning really literally from 23rd of November at 11 when we started to today at 2 GMT. So, okay, wonderful. By the way, we don't yet know who are the winners, so we will discover together with you as the game just ended now, meaning our team in the back office basically was consulting the whole time with the website and checking to provide us with more information. And we're also very excited. Before I now move on to explaining the slide, I'll give you the chance to translate Aïssa too, so people can follow what we say.
Sure. Donc, nous allons commencer par les meilleurs joueurs individuels. Nous sommes très excités. Donc, dans cette catégorie, nous allons décerner des prix aux 50 personnes qui auront accumulé le plus de points pendant toute la période du jeu, c'est-à-dire du 23 novembre à 11h GMT jusqu'au 11 décembre à 14h. Donc, en passant, nous voudrions souligner le fait que nous allons découvrir en même temps que vous les gagnants et les gagnantes, car en fait, le jeu s'est terminé il y a à peine 1 heure. Donc, c'est vraiment très excitant. Donc, juste avant que le jeu ne se clôture, nous avons, nos collègues ont pu récolter toutes les informations et nous allons découvrir ensemble qui sont les premiers gagnants. Over to you, Annika.
Okay, and I have to admit, I'm now really excited. So let's start. As you can see on the screen, there's the 31 to 50, meaning these are the ranks 50 to 31. And those of you who are within that range will receive mobile credit worth $30 US each that you can then use for gaming further or other things you do with your phone. So now we should hear about the winners, or rather their gamer nicknames, since most people played anonymously, and would like to congratulate them. And then also for your information, you will find a complete overview of all winners of the contest on the Atingi Games dashboard.
Merci, Annika. Donc, nous allons commencer maintenant par les 50 premiers joueurs. Nous allons commencer d'abord par les joueurs des 31 à 50, les premières places. Donc, ces joueurs-là vont recevoir un crédit mobile d'une valeur de $30 chacun. Donc, ce sont ces gagnants, ou plutôt le surnom de ces joueurs, que nous allons découvrir ensemble. Donc, félicitations à eux déjà. On voudrait également partager avec vous la liste de tous les gagnants sur le tableau de bord de la atingi.games. Donc, maintenant, nous allons passer aux joueurs suivants. Over to you, Annika.
Thank you, Aïssa. And I think, oh, wow, now their names actually come. That's quite amazing. As you can see, just to read some of them. Coco Vera, we have Slay Queen, Mubi, Mary. Okay, wonderful. And for those of you who will take a bit more time to go through it while we now move on in our program, as Isa also just said again, you can find all names on the dashboard of atingi.games. So ranks 30 to 21 will now receive a mobile credit worth $50. And again, Isa, whilst you're translating, let's bring up the names and congratulations to all of you.
Effectivement, donc nous avons vu la liste des gagnants tout à l'heure et j'ai pu repérer un King Kiliba. Donc je suis sûre que c'était un compatriote sénégalais ou sénégalaise. Donc félicitations à vous et aux autres également. Donc maintenant, nous allons passer aux places de 30 à 21, ou plutôt de 21 places à la 30e place. Donc ces personnes-là vont recevoir du crédit de $50 et nous allons faire, comme vous pouvez voir ici, on peut voir apparaître leur nom. Donc félicitations à eux, félicitations à Roma Page, je peux voir Samu, Boureima, etc., etc. Donc félicitations à vous tous. Over to you, Annika.
Thank you. And as you can see, actually the confetti really makes me smile. It's quite nice. Okay, and then we have one more category coming up. So that's now places 20 to 13. Again, please refer to the screen. You can see here a bit more information. So places 20 to 13 will receive a gift voucher for a 3 months long online language course with the language app Bubble, plus $50 worth of mobile credit. And now we will see the name of our 8 winners. So congratulations.
Félicitations à nos gagnants qui sont les places de la 13e place à la 20e place. On peut voir leur nom ici qui s'affiche. Donc félicitations à vous. Donc ces personnes recevront un bon cadeau pour un cours de langue en ligne de 3 mois avec l'application linguistique Babel, que vous pouvez voir ici sur l'écran, plus $50 USD de crédit mobile pour les gagnants. Donc félicitations encore une fois à vous. Over to you, Annika.
Thanks, Isa. And I was just wondering which language I should pick if I would be one of the winners. But anyway, since I have you by my side, I don't need to learn French. Let's make a room now for the next slide, which will announce the winners on places 12 to 10, and they will equally receive a Bubble gift voucher, so a language class voucher, but this time not for 3 months, but for 6 actually, plus $50 worth of mobile credit. And congratulations to Bobo, Mayor Julian, and Austino, our winners on places 12, 11, and 10. Isa, over to you.
Merci, Annika. Donc, félicitations à Bobo, Mayor Julian et Austino qui ont gagné du coup les places 10 aux places 12. Donc, un grand bravo à vous. Donc, vous avez gagné un bon cadeau Babel. Donc, cette fois-ci, 6 mois de cours en ligne, plus $50 de crédit mobile pour le portable. Donc, ça fait très plaisir, j'imagine. Félicitations encore à vous. Over to you for the next winners. Thank you, Annika.
Thanks, Isa. Now it gets really exciting. We will now find out who are on places 9 to 4 and will receive an exclusive Atingi online career coaching plus $50 US of mobile credit. So just let me repeat this again. It's an exclusive coaching, online career coaching on the Atingi platform. So that sounds pretty amazing to me. And yeah, I'm waiting for the names. Okay, so our winners are Nikki, Sheba, Jolly, Savadogo, Madi, Nuos, and King. Congratulations to you for this amazing gift and for winning.
Félicitations, effectivement, nous avons Nikki, Sheba, Jolly, Savadogo, Madi, Nuance et King qui ont gagné les places 4 à 9. Donc ces personnes recevront de manière exclusive un coaching de carrière en ligne sur la plateforme Atingi, ainsi que $50 de crédit mobile. Donc, un grand bravo à vous. Maintenant, nous allons passer au dernier gagnant. Over to you, Annika.
Okay, and now this is where it gets truly exciting. We will see the final winners and get to know who won the 3 grand prizes. So 2 of those prizes are Samsung Galaxy S10s, and A mobile credit voucher was $100. That is for those who won the space 2 and 1, or the places 2 and 3. And now for the winner of our first prize, it will be a Samsung Galaxy S10 plus $100 of mobile credit. So congratulations. And the names of the winners are, on the first rank, Checo, the second rank is Magarugu, and the third is Mystery Joyeux. Wonderful. Aïssa, over to you.
Félicitations aux 3 gagnants que vous pouvez voir sur l'écran. Nous avons Mystère Joyeux en 3e place, qui a gagné un Samsung Galaxy S10 plus $100 USD. En 2e place, nous avons Magaru, qui a gagné un Samsung S10 plus $100 également. Bravo. Et enfin, notre première place est attribuée à Checo, qui a gagné un Samsung Galaxy S10 plus $100. Félicitations à vous. Over to you, Annika.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much. And I think we should now all give a round of applause, virtual applause to all of our individual winners. Yes, thanks for clapping. We'll clap along. And yeah, if you want to find out more, again, you can always consult the atingi.org dashboard and check for the winners, all the names and lists of winners. And now we're slowly moving towards the end. Aisha, I don't think we need to translate our request for applause. I think that's absolutely recognizable. But of course, now this is not all. Yeah, we still have, next to those individual prizes, we now have to award our amazing team prizes. And by the way, the teams are ranked according to how many points the team players make on average. Aïssa.
Exactement.
Yes.
Comme Onike vient de le mentionner, nous allons maintenant passer au prix d'équipe. Et les prix d'équipe qui ont été décernés, les équipes sont classées en fonction du nombre de points que chaque joueur de l'équipe ont obtenu en moyenne. Over to you, Onike.
Yes, wonderful. And now let us share a bit of information on the amazing team prizes that are upcoming. We heard a little bit earlier, but now there will be a bit more detail. So the team that came in second in the overall contest receives a 1 week long intensive communications training for up to 10 participants. So I don't know how big the team is, but would hope there is enough space for all of you to participate. And this communication training will be powered by Atingi. And the team that came in first will receive a 1 week entrepreneurship training sponsored by GOPA that we have heard about earlier from our GOPA experts. And finally, moreover, from both winning teams, 1 participant each will be selected for a fully sponsored 3-month-long internship at a GOPA headquarters in Germany, based on their CV and motivation letters. So I think you can consult in the team and make a team decision on that one. And I would now like to hand over to Aïssa, so to translate into French.
Effectivement, donc les prix d'équipe sont assez impressionnants. Donc l'équipe qui est classée 2e au concours général reçoit une formation intensive en communication d'1 semaine pour un maximum de 10 participants alimentés par la plateforme Atingi. L'équipe qui est classée en première place donc, recevra une formation d'1 semaine sur l'entrepreneuriat qui sera cette fois-ci sponsorisée par GOPA, donc les collègues que nous avons entendus tout à l'heure. Et ensuite, parmi les 2 équipes gagnantes, un participant sera sélectionné pour un stage de 3 mois entièrement sponsorisé au siège de GOPA en Allemagne, évidemment sur la base d'un CV et d'une lettre de motivation. Donc ce sont des très beaux cadeaux que nous avons là. Over to you, Annika. Thank you.
Yes, so yeah, and whilst we're still waiting now, I think for the team names to come in, at least I can't see them yet. I've been also asked to again explain that for the entrepreneurship training, it will be 1 person in total that will be selected. So that might have been explained in a bit of a confusing way, but you will also receive, again, for all of you, you will receive more information via email and they can definitely then also follow up with the Atingi team.
Exactement. Donc, nous allons juste faire une petite précision. Donc, il y a uniquement 1 personne qui sera sélectionnée pour la formation à l'entrepreneuriat et non toute l'équipe. C'était une petite erreur. Donc voilà. I am sorry, I just lost my connection for a second, so I'm not sure if what happened right now. Do I need to
Nothing.
talk,
I think we were just waiting for you, and this is the first glitch we're having, so I think that's actually quite amazing. Don't worry. So you can just finish your thought. Okay, so basically, just to explain this once again, and I hope then it is clear. So as you can see here on the screen, there is actually the one team will be able to participate in the communications training, and then there will be another team that can participate in the entrepreneurship training. It's just that the internship in Germany will be for one person only. So yeah. Isa, if you can also translate this just once more to make sure everyone is on the same page. Thank you.
Donc, une clarification encore. Désolée, il y a eu une petite incompréhension. Donc, le stage, la formation en communication sera donnée donc pour l'équipe. La formation sur l'entrepreneuriat pour l'équipe également. Mais ce sera également uniquement une seule personne qui aura droit à ce stage à Gopa au QG en Allemagne.
Yeah, and there's another slight piece of information that we would like to share. It's just a little typo on the slide right now. So just so you understand, the training, the entrepreneurship training and the internship in Germany both will be facilitated by Gopa. So on the left, it actually says Gopa.com, and that is not the correct name. That's yeah. So just refer to Gopa, and then you'll be correct.
Exactement. Donc, une petite clarification. Pour le stage, ce sera dans le groupe Gopa et non groupe Gopa.com, qui est en fait la boîte le groupe de l'agence de communication du groupe Gopa. Donc là, je précise, le stage se fera dans le groupe Gopa. Over to you, Onike.
Thank you. And I think we have it right now. Also now we have another slide that will now actually finally announce the winner of the second prize, the 1 week intensive communications training by atingi. And the winner is Team BS. And how come that we have heard this name before? I think Yusuf is actually is going to be quite happy right now, and I'm sure his team is as well. That's wonderful news, and meaning that your team strategy has actually worked out, Yusuf. Isa, before we move on to the first place and the overall winning team, I would like to hand over to you again.
Exactement, donc très belle nouvelle. Nous venons d'apprendre que la deuxième place est accordée à Team BS, donc qui est l'équipe de Youssouf que nous avons entendu tout à l'heure. Donc ils vont pouvoir bénéficier d'une semaine intensive de communication, une formation qui sera délivrée par la plateforme atingi. Donc félicitations à eux. Nous allons maintenant passer au premier prix. Over to you, Onika.
Thank you, Isa. Now we already see on the screen the first place, a 1 week entrepreneurship training sponsored by Gopa. And the winning team of the contest against Corona is Chorus Burkina. Wow. See all the confetti, and there's also this virtual prize, which then actually be a real prize. So quite amazing. Applause. And congratulations to the team Chorus Burkina.
Effectivement, donc un grand bravo à Chorus Burkina qui vient de gagner la première place de ce concours contre Corona. Donc un grand félicitations à vous. Et donc, ils vont pouvoir bénéficier d'une formation, encore une fois, donc un très grand félicitations. Over to you, Nico.
Wow, I mean, this is quite amazing, huh? I think I don't know how many prizes we have announced by now. So I have to say, these are some amazing prizes for truly motivated and amazing players in different categories and with from different countries and backgrounds. We would again like to congratulate everyone who won in this contest, but also everyone who participated and might not be among the winners, also for playing and being motivated and for educating yourself on this very important issue. Thank you again to each and all of you. And if you are among the winners, as we've said a few times now, but it doesn't hurt to say it again, you will receive further information via email, the email that you registered when registering on the platform. So you will receive further updates and information on how to get your prizes and also how to claim them via email within the next 2 weeks. So please make sure you check your emails regularly and make sure that you also check your spam folder, that you have filled out your profile fully and have entered a valid email address. So if you've heard your name and you're among the winners, now's the time to make sure that all of those information is correct. If you haven't done so, it will be very difficult for the atingi team to find you and to award you your prize. As we say goodbye now and hopefully see you all next time, I would like to give the word again to Volker from the atingi team, who has been here with us now in the background and who would like to tell all of you a bit more about how you can continue now that the contest is over. And after a quick translation by Aisatu, Volker, the floor will be yours.
Thank you very much, Isa and Unique. You have been amazing as moderators, really great. Thank you. Well, on behalf of the atingi team in our partner countries in Africa, but also here in Bonn in Germany, and also on behalf of the YIPA platform team in Berlin, I would like to thank all players and teams for the active participation. Perhaps playing the contest against Corona on atingi.games platform, many of you wondered what atingi actually means. It's in fact a word from Esperanto. It means achievement. And indeed, in this playful format of the contest, you all achieved a lot, I think, and learned many things about COVID-19 and pandemics. Perhaps some of you have now taken a liking to digital learning formats and are looking for interesting online courses. And in fact, there's an extensive, freely accessible course on COVID-19 in French and in English. Hopefully also more courses in Arabic available at atingi.org. And you can use it to continue learning or as a learning resource in your organization for free. We would be pleased if you would join the atingi.org community. And with these words, I conclude the contest against Corona 2020. And I believe that we all have made a joint contribution to fighting back the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Volker. I will be doing the translation in French. Donc, wow, franchement, quel concours, c'était fantastique. Nous avons eu des joueurs vraiment motivés, des joueurs et des joueuses très motivés, des prix superbes. Donc, félicitations à tous nos gagnants et nos gagnantes, à tous ceux également qui ont participé et qui n'ont pas malheureusement pu gagner. J'espère que vous avez quand même pu apprendre grâce à cette plateforme d'apprentissage. Donc, si vous faites partie des gagnants et des gagnantes, il est important de savoir que vous allez recevoir dans les 2 prochaines semaines par courrier électronique de plus amples informations sur vos prix, ainsi que sur la manière de les réclamer. Donc, c'est très important de vérifier régulièrement vos emails et de vous assurer que vous avez rempli votre profil avec une adresse email électronique qui est valide. Si vous ne l'avez pas encore fait, nous ne pourrons pas vous contacter et vous remettre votre prix, donc très important à souligner. Et enfin, en vous disant au revoir, je vais maintenant traduire la petite présentation de Volker et on vous souhaite également un grand merci, on vous remercie encore pour votre attention. Donc, Volker, qui travaille pour l'équipe atingi, nous a donc fait une petite présentation que je vais vous traduire de suite, juste un instant. Donc, au nom de l'équipe atingi en Afrique et à Bonn et de l'équipe de la plateforme à Berlin, il voudrait vous remercier pour votre participation active, en espérant que le concours au jeu d'Atingi vous ont permis de se demander qu'est-ce que ça signifie atingi. Et c'est un mot d'espéranto qui signifie réussite. Donc c'est un très bon mot pour illustrer la fin de ce concours. C'est aussi le nom de la plateforme d'apprentissage numérique que vous pouvez trouver sur atingi.org. Donc dans le format ludique du concours, nous avons aussi appris et accompli beaucoup de choses sur le Covid et sur les pandémies de manière générale. Pour certains d'entre vous, on espère que vous avez pu prendre goût au format d'apprentissage numérique en recherchant des cours en ligne. Il existe également des cours complets et gratuits sur le Covid-19 en français et en anglais, qui sont également disponibles sur la plateforme atingi.org. Vous pouvez utiliser pour continuer à apprendre ou comme ressource d'apprentissage dans vos organisations respectives. Nous serons très heureux si vous pourriez participer, que c'est un processus d'apprentississage continu. Et c'est par ces mots qu'on conclut la fin du concours Corona 2020 et on espère que vous avez pu tous ensemble contribuer à la lutte contre la pandémie 21. Merci beaucoup. Over to you, Onika. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isa. And I think we've come to the end now of our contest and also of this amazing closing ceremony with quite a bit of excitement. I would like to say again, thank you, Volker, for coming in and addressing us now towards the end. Thank you to the Atingi team, in specific to Jan, who also addressed us earlier this morning, to Nina, to Alice, to Cornelia, and Sandra, who are all working in the background. And I don't know if there's maybe even more team members. Thanks to all the partners from Health Focus, from GOPA, from other organizations, the expert that came in the first round when we opened this contest, and also the players and winners, and those, especially the two with us today, Yusuf and Beatrice. So stay healthy, stay informed on COVID-19. Oh yeah, please. And also all of you switch on the camera just for a last goodbye picture. That would be amazing. And yeah, let me say it again. This is 2020, very challenging year. Stay healthy, stay sane, and stay informed on COVID-19 and other issues on the Atingi platform. So Isa, over to you. And thank you so much also to Isa. Amazing to do this with you. And all the best to everyone.
Thank you so much for this amazing co-moderator. Thank you, Annika. On voudrait également remercier Volker et son équipe, les partenaires, les joueurs, les joueuses, les gagnants de la Tingi. Nous souhaitons également le meilleur pour l'année prochaine. Restez en bonne santé, restez informés sur le Covid, protégez-vous. Un grand merci également aux intervenants, à Cécilia, à Yann, et aussi à l'équipe derrière qui travaille. Donc on a Nina, Alice, Cornelia, à l'équipe GOPA, mais aussi à l'équipe qui a conçu les questions pour la plateforme Atingi, Health Focus. Et un grand merci aussi à Youssouf et Beatrice. Thank you so much. Et peut-être à la prochaine. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Annika.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you.